Coming up, interview with the lovely and talented Nchann Soriano. Keep it locked. Good afternoon and welcome to a multilingual affair here with Takeyce. Bueno, tenemos una artista especial. Bueno, ella viene de Nueva York. Et on va parler avec elle. C'est une personne incroyable, je crois. Elle a une voix phénoménale. Alors, on va présenter Nchann Soriano. We're going to present Nchann Soriano.
Hi.
Hi, lovely. It's nice.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
It's nice to have you on the Multilingual Affair. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. And I only speak one language, unfortunately.
That's all right.
unless patois, is considered. I feel like I'm bilingual, so we can chat some patois. Is that all right?
Yo, no, to the show called a Multilingual Affair. There are four languages.
So you're full of patois.
I love my patois. And
study time for me.
We can't study time. Show me ready.
So after this, now I guess I have to go have a moment with my Rosetta Stone.
When you're ready.
I have to catch up to you.
No,
Wow.
No,
Okay.
anything you want. No, but
trust me.
No, everybody talks like patois is not even like a language. They always say it's a dialect, and so a lot of people they try to look down or frown upon it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, whatever, man. Because patois the bomber.
But you know what the funny thing is? Yeah. When you start talking around people when everybody else I look around like say they don't understand what you're saying. So it's funny because I'm like, well, if I speak it around a person who's not familiar, it's a whole nother language. I have all my American friends that tell me they don't understand a word I say.
And that's all right.
So I look, when they say multilingual or bilingual, I check the box.
Check the box, yeah. All right, look, it's funny because that's how I advertise this program. I say it's English, French, Spanish, and patois. So just so you know, I don't love my patois. So it's such a pleasure. We connected via Instagram. I just love that, and
isn't it great?
Yeah, it's amazing. Some people come to me, the last artist he found me. You found me too, there's so many people that are connected, and I love your vocals. I love your flair. You're gonna see this.
Thank you.
Right?
I like your stuff too. I heard her song.
Thanks,
I was like, oh, okay.
Bella, this is about you today, but give thanks.
Okay.
So, Nchann Soriano, you are considered a reggae fusion or reggae. How would you describe your work?
Well, that's a good question. I originally would describe it as more roots. However, I have such a multifaceted love for music, which I guess multifaceted matches my personality. So there's like a genre for every one of my numerous faces. So I think that the goal in a full would be to blend it all. So I guess fusion would tend to be the title you could put to it. So just imagine roots reggae mixed with just about everything. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too about my story.
Yeah.
And I normally snoop. I snoop to find out more about the artist, and I couldn't find you much about you. So I'm going to have to ask a lot about you here.
Okay.
How did this all begin? And how long have you been in the industry? Girl, you've been hiding or what?
Actually, I think, okay, so basically you've caught me on a revamp, if anything.
Nice.
I've been doing it for a very long time. I'm talking about back in the day, MySpace. I was probably like 17, 18 years old when I really started to take it like full-fledged seriously.
Yeah.
So I've gotten started young, and then I had my kids. So for a good couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 years, I kind of was not recording, not doing anything. So in the last, let's say 5 years, 4 or 5 years, I decided like, listen, girl, you're not getting younger. Gravity is not your friend.
Live your
Everything is
dreams.
going to, you know what I mean? Before it starts to sag, and so I just decided like, listen, you got a few good years left. Not to mention it's a passion of mine. Get out and do it. However, the way in which I chose to do it was, if you're not going to do it properly, don't bother coming back. So that was the way I did it. So I'm still in the building stages. A lot of my old circle, I should say, pretty well-known DJs and stuff that I used to be around probably don't even realize the new everything. So new name, new image, new everything, new music. Stylistically, I kind of stayed true to what I did, but I think I've grown up a lot, so they probably wouldn't recognize me anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah,
it's like a new you, like
everything is brand new. So the name Nchann even probably didn't come about till after I had my kids. So a lot of those, those guys in the nightlife, and I'm coming from the club scene and promotion and radio and things like that. So people in Brooklyn who back in the day, hint hint, know about Wagwan Radio.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So a lot of people still, I have some DJ friends that I've been getting in touch with slowly but surely, biding my time, because I also want to make sure that the links are genuine.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting put back on, as it is people who are actually going to give it a strength and really, get to know what I've been through. It's been a long haul. It's been crazy. Motherhood, failed relationships, jobless. There's like a lot of stuff that
the journey.
Yeah, so
that's what I call it.
That's what you get in the music. That's what you're gonna hear. So I feel like they have to be willing to want to know more. You know what I mean? It's not the girl you met back in the day that used to be working the door at Elite Art.
Right.
It's different.
What was your artist's name beforehand? Because you said you changed, or you were just.
Well, thank you for asking, because a lot of people don't realize, like, my name is really my name. Like, Nchann is just an abbreviation. Mm-hmm. So my full name is Natalie Channer.
Right.
Because all my Channers down in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, because that's where, the hive of us.
Big up St. Elizabeth.
Big up Black River.
Big up Black River.
So that's the hashtag Nchann Clan. It's a lot of us. I learned this growing, as I grew older. Like, there was, at one point I thought we were the only the six of us was that, my family was all it was. And now I know there's more of us. We're growing like ants.
Yeah.
So... but yeah, so basically I abbreviated my name, and the Soriano it started on Facebook, where it was just an ode to my love for all things Italian mob. I know that's kind of like,
because I was like, yeah, I was looking for the Spanish in that. I'm like, okay, Italian, all right.
Some people said it was more Spanish, but I actually just said to myself, like, Soriano crime family. That was what I'd read that in a book somewhere, and there was a smaller group from, like, the days of Don Corleone and the whole whatever. So that was like, I have a secret love for that, and that's where that came from. So I kind of adopted that name, and it just blended well. I was just like,
Nchann Soriano.
Yeah, I wanted something sassy and spicy, and so people was like, but you're Jamaican, and I said, nobody asked Luciano where he got his name from, and to this day, no one argues.
It's always a messenger.
Nobody ever argued. I mean, Sanchez doesn't look Spanish. You know what I mean? Last I checked. But you're busting blanks left and right. So I'm like, listen, when you hear Nchann, my name must mention. Bust a blank for me too, no?
Sure. Listen, you always have those, haters can be greater.
Yeah, like, why you gotta challenge me? I never heard you challenge any of them.
It doesn't matter. That's why I never really care what people think. At the end of the day, I do.
It works.
It's only you.
It works. It works. It looks great in print. I've tried a bunch of different fonts, and it works. And that's all I can honestly, I'm glad, because it is somewhat of a legal name still. It's still mine. I didn't stray too far. It's me, you know?
Yeah, it's wonderful. And it's also, let's talk about your background, because you're currently in New York.
Yes.
Is that correct? And whereabouts in New York are you?
So I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn.
You know, I've never been to Brooklyn. I've never been to New York. I know.
No,
people think I should go.
That.
I know. I forgot. I have people in New York, but I've never been.
No, you can't. Look here, when the world open back up, that we need to be your first stop.
Right? I should. All right. Maybe Florida first. I go to see Grandma, and then maybe New York. Grandma, don't forget Grandma.
I'll meet you here. Let her come on too. You know what I mean? There's enough room for all of us. So let her come on.
Grandma, she, you don't know how old my grandma is. She will not move out of her home. She's pretty old.
She will for Nathan's hot dog. I live right by Coney Island. I'll make sure to keep one nice and ready for her.
Damn, Coney Island. I've heard of good things, but it has to be a vegetarian.
You need to come to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn
is like little Jamaica. Let's be clear. Like Brooklyn coming like, especially certain areas of Brooklyn. Come on, it's like a Jamaican on every corner.
Let me tell you something. I was in Jamaica in February. It was after 16 years. I keep talking about that because it's been so long, and I feel so sad. But anyway, I felt sad. Now it will never happen again. Because when I went back home, I was like, Lord have mercy.
Right. It's
right. It's like what is wrong with me? Someone text
but
so
guess
long
what?
to go back
it's
home.
like me. I haven't been back since I was a kid. That had more to do with my parents. I think my mom, the last time my mom went back before she visited a couple years ago was to bury her mom. So that might just have been just a shock in itself. Like she just felt kind of defeated and decided to kind of cut a tie. So in a way we suffered. But my dad's side of the family, which is in that's the family that's in Black River. My mom's from Westmoreland, so they are alive and kicking. And I ended up having to reconnect with a lot of them through Facebook and Instagram. So that's how I get to talk to my family nowadays. But I'm waiting. Even with this music, you don't even know. Like, you want to bust up, that and just start.
Trust. Even when I went to Jamaica to perform, I was like, I didn't really perform. I just went to Jamaica. Because I'm a crazy ass on stage, and I'm like, boy, was I ever calm and cool and whatever. It's like, it's next time is another story.
Ready.
Because when you feel home and you're back home and the beautiful souls that I've met, I'm telling you, it's all good. All right, we're gonna go.
I'm so ready for it.
Yeah, when was the last time you were back? A few years ago. Long time too, huh? All right.
Very long. Very cool. I don't even know if I want to say that out loud. People look at me, but girl. Look, I had somebody tell me, as long as you've been away from Jamaica, you might as well call yourself a full-blown Yankee. You know, come fry your son.
But then
you cannot. I mean, it is what it is. Dual citizenship, whatever.
And also, as you said, in Brooklyn, it's like little Jamaica. It's like Toronto.
I never missed anything. I never missed anything.
Yeah.
I didn't miss a thing. I grew up in New York for the majority of my life. That's mostly all I know. I don't know Jamaica very well, which is, it's like, I'm sad to say, but also I'm a little bit excited to say, because I think this music is going to open up for me more than I could have ever imagined. It's not just, you know what I mean? It's going to tie me back to everything, and everything is going to come full circle. I'm excited. Trust me. I'm anticipating so much good stuff.
I'm glad to hear it. All right, let's talk about your releases, because I heard some stuff. I heard some things too. Some hotness. I received 2. One was clean.
I had to make sure I send that one.
Yeah,
from now on, nobody now get that email of music without the clean version, because nobody look for me and say, what is? You know what I mean? Like, I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm like, look, if you know reggae and you know Jamaican culture and you know there's reggae and then there's dancehall. Some people like to argue that they're the same thing. I find that we have hip hop and we have R&B, in American culture, and I find it to kind of be a remnant of that. So
and they do differentiate too with hip hop or rap or trap or whatever. Yeah, it's all good. everybody's got their thing. I don't know why people fuss over certain things, just the little things that they really don't matter. But anyway, let's talk about some of your songs though, because there are quite a few that I really liked. And there was one that you, one that's called Together. Temperature. Yes. Yeah, that's a nice one because it's like a remix. Your version, and you just throw in your style in there, and that's really nice. Alors, on écoute Nchann Soriano avec Temperature. Vamos a escuchar ahora mismo Nchann con La Temperatura. Let's hear Temperature from Nchann Soriano.
So you know we really need
MultiLingual fan.
You know, say anytime when you see that girl, I call you. Ready, you feel ready with the fire just for me. Turn on the heat and make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn on the thing and make we rise the temperature in ya. Just blaze it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. Hey, spot you from afar and I appreciate ya. No why you look like say you coulda have exactly where me need. See me phone ya one punching in on make me call you. More upset that you set a brand new president for me. See when you rock and pop up the 90, watch you on face level, make me bust a dirty wine. You got a bad and go miserable. All the neighbor them I wonder what I want. Police them out to catch you in a rage like a storm. They tell you say, give me the love and make me bomb. Me want the kind of love and with the show make me scream. You know say anytime when you see that girl I call you. Ready, you feel ready with the fire just for me. Turn on the heat and make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn on the thing and make we rise the temperature in ya. Just blaze it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. Do that thing you do again, do the thing you do again. Can you know say that it send me up the wall? Got back the hammer, I select it, but I know me not reject it. Come and love it when the big dog a bark. You know you will get any style you say you wanna. Just make sure say you keep the loving hot like a sauna. When you are up, try no pet and no pamper. Carry go so bring the thing with solid like a tanker. When me say, give me the love and let me burn. Make we high the temperature in ya. Turn it up and make we high the temperature in ya. Sit on the thing and make we high the temperature in ya. Just blaze it up and make we high the temperature in ya. And I say give me that sweet, sweet love. I want it all or nothing. Ooh, just put it under pressure, just put it under pressure. Forget pop off the bonnet and tear out the setter. You know me keep it something tight and in the warm like a sweater. So make we rise the temperature in ya. Give me the love and let me burn. Me want the kind of love and when you show and make me scream. You know say anytime when you see that girl you call you. Ready, you feel ready with the fire just for me. Turn on the heat and make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn on the thing and make we rise the temperature in ya. Just blaze it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. Say when you setting on the pressure, that alone can get me wetter. Make it take it from the bedroom to the floor, then pon the dresser, make we rise the temperature in ya. Funky.
So let's talk about the recent releases and your future and what you anticipate in the next little bit for your career. Okay.
So the three major songs right now that I am pushing, which is just more so promotion. Well, Temperature is more so a promotional release.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get clearance for it officially, but the channels and the one bagger go around, come around. Like I'm not look, I'm on it, chop, you understand? And I feel like it's more so me building a portfolio. So most of the songs you heard, I know you know the rhythms and stuff, they're more industry rhythms. That whole idea came about, like, I write. So for me, every song is going to be different as long as the rhythms stand out. You know what I mean? So where I started was I would go on like iTunes or YouTube or wherever and just find rhythms. You know, when the rhythms were released, I usually follow a lot of the release blogs with DJs follow. That's an old school thing when I was doing the radio. And just to see what new rhythms were popping up for the year as the months go on. So that's how I started to collect the rhythms in my Apple Music. And I would just sit back and listen. And, you know, you get your inspiration. Someone had said to me, well, you know, you need to find yourself some original rhythms. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but you can't mess with the mojo in the moment. Another thing too was, in the time it's going to take me, in the time it's going to take me to hunt down a producer that makes a rhythm that I like, I can just record these and demo them, so to speak, or use them to build my portfolio. So that was the initial goal. So Temperature fell within that bundle. I was writing a couple of years ago, and when I I actually, you know, was copywriting at the time, and a publisher had reached out and said the songs are so good they wanted them in like a short story book. And nice. that turned into a semi-autobiography story, whatever, and each song, because most of my songs are real life anyway.
Yeah. So, welcome to my world.
So if you hear me sing some mess, you know good and well, like, I go Guan.
What's up?
Actually did Guan.
What's up?
Yeah. If I go Guan, if me, put it like this, if any of my exes, if you ever buck up on any of them, make them tell you how I go Guan be Guan. Then we know.
That's the other one. I go Guan.
Guan did happen for true. I go Guan at some point or another. I actually did.
Certainly, yes.
So
yeah, Aga Guan is the one that touches the heart of the exes, huh?
Listen, I've had DJs even that I've sent the music to, and I don't want to give out no names, even though I'm tempted, because, you know, I'm spicy like that. But I've had the response of saying, so, you know, Aga Guan let me think about things. I mean, I wonder, and I said, well, anything you want to know, you can go ahead and ask. Like, I said what I said, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh yeah, like, yeah, it happened. It might not happen for you. It happened for somebody. Somebody got lucky. So when they hear certain things, they're like, so it really do this and it really do that, and they say, yeah.
Well,
good luck trying to find out, but
the exes will be pleased, right? The
exes are gonna want it, you know, if when it start really gain traction and it busts for true. Cause right now it's doing a little bubble, but when it really start doing its thing, the exes are gonna feel some kind of way, because they're gonna be like, well, how, you know, I've had one ask me if that song was about him, and I was like, no. Me. It's about me and how I do. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? You had it and you let it go. I mean, what more do you want?
That's your problem, not mine.
You know?
I find it great that you can express yourself through music. A lot of people are so afraid of saying or telling their story, and sometimes your story, it reaches out to you in a way that it will reach out to others. It may not be direct, and it could be sexual, it could be heartbroken context.
So
anything,
I'm glad you said that. You want to know what's crazy? I think I had a conversation with a friend of mine, big up to DJ Obsession, years ago, when Bruno Mars had his blowout debut album, and you remember what was it called again? The song he did with Damian Marley.
Oh gosh.
And that sound captured me, and I remember just being in the car, and I was on the phone with him or whatever, and we were talking about the type of music I wanted to do. Now, I've come up in an era where ladies weren't really at the forefront. I think by the time that I started really doing reggae seriously and taking reggae and dancehall seriously, Elaine had just bust, Itana had just bust, Tanya Stevens she had dropped the Revolution album.
Okay. I've had the pleasure of interviewing Tana, actually. Yeah.
She's adorable, isn't she?
She had some really earthy words. I really was surprised that, we talked about her experience in Africa, but that was, it was a really inspirational interview, I'd call that. Yeah.
All of those, you can see, like, I don't even think Queen Africa did come out yet, like, or the name wasn't mainstream. Tony. You understand? Yeah. So Taurus Riley was just coming out. QQ had just bust. Right. I'm talking about days of the drop leaf rhythm. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And the whole TOK and Bounty Killer Sing J thing. Those are the music that I really kind of came into grasp. So when Elaine starts singing on dance hall rhythms, you know what I mean? Anger management and all those hardcore, that was what I was gearing up for. Right. The hiatus gave me a story. So now, after my kids, I'm looking around. I'm like, Brick and Lace now is on the scene.
Yeah,
and Nina Sky. You get what I'm saying? So now you can get an idea of what I was around. And I'm looking at all this pretty music. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? That's like Disney Channel compared to what I'm
pretty music. It's a good way to describe it.
Because I loved Brick and Lace's Love is Wicked. That was like, you know what I mean? But it was cute compared to the mess that I was in with my baby father and his family and the things that I wanted to write about, So what you're really going to get from Nchann is the more darker side. Not to mention my voice is a lot deeper than most singers. I have a very deep alto tone, even though my range is pretty decent.
Yeah.
I tend to stay in my middle register. So you're going to hear more Toni Braxton stylistic.
Yeah, that's nice. I prefer the alto side. I'm an alto side. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got preferences.
Yeah. Not to mention, I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's good when, like, for someone like me who dabbles with the DJing, you could go from singing to, you know what I mean? You don't have to come up off no high notes to be able to really. When you DJ, something about the depth in it. You ever notice that some of the more baritone voices that we know from the males are the ones that are more popular? We do have some with a more like tenor register, but it's the baritones, the bounty killers, the busy signals, you know what I mean? The shabba ranks is that we love because it's deep and it's dark and it's raw and you're like, yes.
It's also nice because women in general, their natural vocal powers are usually a soprano. Yeah. So when you get a woman who's an alto and does it well, like the Queen Africas and then so on.
Yes.
That's like some
because you can't chop both things up. People are gonna pay attention. So I'm gonna say, hear me now. Everybody I look like.
So you won't give us a little thing because time is running out and I really have to say see you later, unfortunately, because of our timing. But you want to throw a little thing for us?
Well, which one would you want me to do?
Whatever you want, my
temperature.
Love.
Temperature.
Okay.
All right. So as it starts, give me the loving when me want. The one the kind of loving when for sure I'm at the scream. Say anytime when you see that girl, you call you. Ready, you feel ready with the fire just for me. Turn on the heater, make we rise the temperature in ya. Turn on the thing, make we rise the temperature in ya. Blaze it up and make we rise the temperature in ya. I miss the spot you from afar. And the piece said, I'm the one you. You look like you couldn't give me exactly where me need. See me for you, go and punch in the number, make me call you. More said that you set a brand new president to me. See when you rock and pop after 90, watch the whole place level. When me bust a dirty wine, yeah, Calabada gum is a red. Lally neighbor, them I wonder what's a gone. Police them off the country, we are raised like a stamp. So me tell you, say,
hey, go,
freestyle, you see me?
Yo, I'm telling you, it's such a blessing to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and let us know how we can reach out to you as we finalize, and what would you like to send, a message that you'd like to send out there to our listeners.
Well, at this point, I am on almost everything. I'm still working on my website, but that is literally right around the corner. But I am on Instagram, Nchann, that's Nchann _Soriano. Facebook and YouTube is Nchann Soriano Music. I am on Twitter, but for some reason I just don't use it as much. But that's also Nchann Soriano, and my website.
No, I was thinking Twitter's a bit dated. That's what I think. I don't know really.
Yeah, I mean, people still use it and they say you need it, but you know.
I think it's for Trump.
Yeah, he's the only one I think he's the one that ran everybody off of it. Everybody was like, "Oh, the hell with this! Trump done got a hold of it. Let's go." But yeah.
And Chloe, you were saying, and last but not least, where else could we hear you as well?
The website is on its way. YouTube. I'm trying to think what else is very, very important.
That's all right. And you would like to? You will be releasing anything in the future in terms of like where can we hear your music?
Oh yes, thank you. Because I was like, I'm wondering what I forget.
I'm all about you. I got you.
So the music right now is streaming basically Agogwan and another song that I have with an artist named Diallo is on every digital platform right now. But you can find more of my music and most of my music right now on Reverb Nation or SoundCloud. Yeah, so those are like easy streaming sites for everybody to be able to use and like, share, follow,
support.
Tell a friend, tell your mama, your cat and your dog, and tell them.
When there's a cat and a dog, can't help but.
Tell you go road, can't go work, go get your co-worker them, you know.
Do that.
The mailman, the person where you go buy your bread from, then a shop, me no know, like.
Anybody.
You just make sure you say, you know what I mean? Just make sure you hear of Nchann Soriano and tell them, say, yeah, you ever hear the artist that's your bad artist? Because that's all I ever get. Your bad artist.
Your bad artist. All right, my girl. Bad and beautiful and talented, all them things that roll in a one, you know? So thanks a lot, my love. Yeah, man. And you just keep on. We'd love to have you again, and we'll keep promoting your stuff. And big up yourself. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Yes, blessings. One love. All right. Well, you don't know we talk about it. Big up to Nchann for being here with us on a multilingual affair with yours truly, Takeyce. And as we talk about Agogwan, we're going to put it on. Turn Me On is gonna be the next one up, and just once again, merci beaucoup de see Nchann y aussi c'était tellement un plaisir. Muchas gracias. Esperamos mucho más de ti. Entonces, con mucha alegría, seguimos escuchando la música tuya. And so we're going to continue listening and supporting you, so you know, enough love and vibes for real here on a multilingual affair. You are listening to Estás escuchando a multilingual affair. Music with him, a multilingual affair, Frontline Radio.
So come me, tired to feel love, so tonight, Bagagwan, back it up and Bagagwan, then you slap over Bagagwan, if me put the adios, you are familiar. You are the man for the I don't know you are my one big and boy. No draws I go on, but if me have them, you want to take them off. No, nobody puff me like you. Shoot it in until they puff me like you. Oh God, them type of sitting where you do. If me put the magic thing, you have voodoo. You say freaky girl, and then again let you love with me. Freaky, but I'm not frightened for talk. So back shot, bubble up, boy. Ready for take on the off. No. Bagagwan, back it up and Bagagwan, then you slap over Bagagwan. If me put the adios, you are familiar. You are the man for the I don't know you are my one biggie than boy. No draws I go on, but if me have them, you want to take them off. So when your nature turn on, me not have time to start cutting. Well hard and it tough. Me beg you give me all where you have. Round and it's soft, so pull up on the big dumper truck. No want you fi cock it up, jack it, beat it till it dead. Base me pon the wall, balance me pon my head. Why spend another lonely night instead? You shoulda You got the 12 gauge shot, you make me ball like a massive sitting shot like a matic, charge me up like a static belt. Show me say you stay up on top of things and watch me sink in me back when the start thinking when the champion I walk, it no matter me. So sweet it make me start sing say back up on the one, back it up on the one, slap, 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 tap up on the one. The adios you are feeling alive. You are the man for the yard, don't know you are my one leader. Long as I go on between you,
Frontline Radio, Frontline Radio, Frontline Radio,
This is a new style of music.
Yeah, you know. There's been things I've been wanting to express to you in the most way, you know. But it took me a time to find the words to express it properly. Yeah, you hear me? Girl, I can give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, yes indeed you. You turn me on, girl. I can give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, just like a light. You turn me on. Heaven you come from. You're not an angel, you're trying to become one. You need a friend, I'm dying to become one. Vacation, the grill to San Juan. Cruise on the R6 for you in R1. You breathe, no worry, come in, no support abortion. Take care of it, whether daughter or son. I've got money, let us build a name, build a nation. I'll give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, yes indeed you. You turn me on, girl. I can give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, just like a light. You turn me on.
You fly it in a G5. Your swagger it's open, it I beat them crazy. Me real Jenna in a real life. And everybody man need a real good feeling. To make me when you deal with the pum pum wicked ass. Scream so low, darling, never them hear me. Cause when it come to fuck, why you sick of ya? Make my alpha come, shake it daily. So tell me where you did, tell me where you did know. Come make we make a step on the place where you love, yeah. I wanna give you the style where you know, yeah. The little style where you love. But I calamity when you pressure the kitty, make me feel real and go long bad. Piece of pipe where you have had it, and all of you driving miles.
Girl, I can give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, yes indeed you. You turn me on, so
up on the ends and don't worry about that thing, make it slide. You can do anything where you like, as long as the vibes is right. I'll be a bad senorita tonight. Me know if you perform, me keep a tight grip and I slip somebody half a chip when me ride. As long as the vibes is right.
I can give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, just like a light. You turn me on. Now I suspect at the time for some time invest. You've been sending texts about your zoom wet. All you want for flex, ready for next step, girl. You are gonna get me started. You can't hunger the fire to rot it. I make your body pass jump started. Have you running now your breath and you can't cut it. Listen, this I cook your favorite dish. As you kick back, replay, reminisce. No plan B, no inna this. Inna your fertile ground, this a seed planted. Expect a twin, a triplet. After laughing over various topics, when your forehead I plant a kiss. Me have to touch inna the street here. One shopping for a bit. Anything you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, yes indeed you. You turn me on, girl. I can give you what you want, what you need. Hungry, I'll feed you. You turn me on, just like a light. You turn me on. Now you turn me on.
Love sensation.
echoes in the morning of lovers sleeping tight, all rolling like the thunder now. As I look in your eyes, I hold on to your body and feel each move you make. Your voice is warm and tender, a love that I could not forsake. 'Cause you are my lady, I am your man. Whenever you reach for me, I'll do all that I can. Lost is how I'm feeling, lying in your arms, when the world outside's too much to take. That's all ends when I'm with you, even though there may be times it seems I'm far away. Never wonder where I am, 'cause I'm always by your side. You are my lady, I am your man. Whenever you reach for me, I'll do all that I can. We're heading for something, somewhere I've never been. At times I am frightened, but I'm ready to learn for the power of love. The sound of your heart beating, you feel it, you move, you make. There's a feeling that I can't hold on, it's like years away. Ooh, you are my lady, and I am your man. Whenever you reach for me, I do all that I can. We're heading for something, somewhere I've never been. At times I am frightened, but I'm ready to learn for the power of love.
Estás escuchando a MultiLingual.